Hey Messiah, Texas. I'm here to talk about my testimony for Testimony Tuesday. It all started in 2021. I was 12 and I went to a summer camp. Now, we don't recommend you being 12 and going to a summer camp. We literally made a preaching camp just for you guys. So, if you're 12 watching this, go to preaching camp. But they were merciful on my little 12-year-old heart, and I got to go in, and it was so exciting and new. But I really developed a sense of beauty and awe at that first camp for the Father and Yeshua, because the first night of worship, Brandon Bird had us all yell Yeshua 3 times, and I started crying, and I was like, why the heck am I crying? Because back home, I always, family and people at my church were always able to worship, but it was never real to me, and I never was able to embrace it because it felt like an act to me. So then at this camp, I was like, whoa, I can feel it, and it's amazing. And then it just led to me really beginning to make Yeshua mine, and my faith as my own. And it was really exciting, so exciting that I got baptized on the last night. And I had been baptized before when I was 6, but that was because I popped a blow-up bed and I was scared of getting in trouble. So I kind of did that to get out of timeout, but don't tell my mom. So when I got baptized when I was 12, I really felt it, and it was really exciting. And then I went to the next winter camp. I had to go back, and it was just a beautiful time of strength and spending time with my friends and growing up in a way. And then 2022 summer camp came around, and I began learning, I have it written down, what it's like to be in love with the Father, that it is a relationship that you can build, and it's not just something you do every time you come around to camp, but you really got to foster it when you go home, and I was really going to need it in this next coming season. And then in 2023 winter camp, yes, that was amazing. I loved the teachings and the worship, and it was just such a call to action in my life of putting aside things that weren't growing me or weren't pushing me, and then really relying on the Father and taking comfort in Him. 2023 summer camp came around, and I learned about spiritual maturity and the value of vulnerability in my groups, and then just in worship and devotion. Who are you devoted to, and where are you putting your values? I also, during one worship set, I prayed, I think it was the last night, and I was just through the whole week, I was really feeling the Father, because it was beautiful worship, but I was like, Father, I want to feel the holiness of your love. And He answered my prayer, and I really felt it. And I also realized from that night and then going on that you don't have to feel the Father to be in His presence, but when He does let you feel it, it is really amazing. 2024 winter camp was really special. I had a great time bonding with my friends, meeting new people, really strengthening relationships, and it was really encouraging. And then just, again, devotion and where's your heart. And then it was really encouraging, because in that time I was just questioning certain things, and it really confirmed a lot of things about, and then even planting seeds about where I could go in the future. 2024 summer camp came around, and it was beautiful, because I loved seeing the friends that I'd made in winter camp and in past camps, and just spending a whole week with them and relying on them that week, and them comforting me, and it was really beautiful. In summary, I really learned a lot from these camps, one of them being my identity, and then how the Father loves me, and that is where everything in my life needs to stem from, and that needs to be my foundation, because that's love, that's the foundation. Everything is built off of that. If I don't have it, then what am I doing? As it says in 1 Corinthians 13. I've also learned to be really raw and authentic. I've seen it in the ministry and in the leadership, and then in my fellow campers. I love the authenticity of it. It's not an act. It's not something where you go just on Sunday mornings, and then the rest of the week you're going back to your old life, not living for Him. It's a call to action, and I really enjoy being a part of it. Now that's my testimony. Now whether you already have one or want to make one, you should come because you have friends at Messiah, Texas.